kids have not eaten in 5 days. It is the taxpayer's responsibility to take care of my kids.
Trump done cut them food stamps off.
If you're poor, don't have kids, okay? If you're struggling, don't have kids. Don't bring more in. If you already have them, that's another situation. If you don't have them, don't bring any in. And if you have two, don't go having another one. If you have one, don't go having two more.
So they say 2 million is getting cut off this month for the scamps. I'm about to go find out if I'm in that number, in that ratio.
It's been day 5 and I have not received no food stamps. My disability check is on hold. My cash benefits is not coming no more. They're still pending. It is the taxpayer's job to pay for my kids to eat and for my kids to be taken care of. I have over 2,000 followers on TikTok and I can't get not one person to send me 50 cents. If you're watching a video and you can't send me nothing, I'm blocking you.
This fool just said it's everybody else's responsibility to feed her kids. No, ma'am. That would be your responsibility along with the men you had them with. Not everybody else. The entitlement is real. These people really lost their minds. But they're broke and desperate because they stay pushing out babies when they can't afford them. And the men they're risking their lives for to have these babies, they can't afford them either. They're out here getting multiple women pregnant because they're all having babies by the same man. You know they can't figure out how to have one family. They keep running around creating broken homes. They'll get one woman to have his child, then on the other side of town, they have another idiot who's willing to push out another baby for him, even after they saw him create another broken home. Just plain stupid. Anyway, he'll put a baby on her too. Then she's stuck playing sister wife with the mother of his other children. And they're just all sitting there playing dumb games together. The bigger problem is after they do all that and they make all these silly dumb decisions, they go run down to daddy government begging for housing and food and start fussing, yelling, and cussing when they don't get the money they want from taxpayers to take care of all these children that they decided to create when they had no business doing this in the first place. Why? Because they had no money to provide for them. I mean, people are crashing out on social media over food stamps. The government shutdown is jeopardizing benefits for millions, including all these baby mamas getting hundreds of dollars on food stamps every month. One thing about it, this food stamp gravy train is definitely being jeopardized by the shutdown.
It is official. November 1st, as we know, it was moved up in order to be receiving or to be eligible for your SNAP, EBT, food stamps, coupones. You need to be working 80 hours a month, including, well, not including, you either have to be working, volunteering, or be enrolled in school in order to be eligible or to keep your SNAP EBT benefits. They moved it up to November 1st. I said this in my other video last week. I just watched it on the news again. They are not playing. It is about to get real gangsta up in that HRA office. So don't wait until November 1st. If you are not working and you are an able body, figure it out like today.
So yeah, if the government shutdown continues, they won't be getting their stamps on the 1st. And that's everybody. But even before this shutdown, a lot of people started getting kicked off the food stamp program, or they got their benefits reduced since Trump started rolling out these new policies, reducing food stamps for a lot of them, or placing new guidelines on recipients like the work requirements.
I'm pissed the off. They cut my mother food stamps to $85 from $738. How the that's supposed to support a household of 3 for a job that barely even support my basic needs now. Like, inflation is high and the groceries is high as
She said a family of 3. So we already know that's her with 2 kids. How much you want to bet she already knew she couldn't afford groceries, rent, and everything else before she even had those kids? Yeah, how much you want to bet that was the plan from the beginning? To have these babies and use them to get benefits to support herself. This is how they set themselves up, trying to set everybody else up.
Oh, I'm pissed off. Like, I'm mad because how the am I supposed to survive off that? So when y'all see me in the mother store stealing stuff in that in my mother bed, nicely act like you don't see and mind your mother business, because it's going in my mother bag and I'm walking out this mother store with my mother chest up and my head held high, and I dare you to try to tell me, hey ma'am, excuse me, because I'm gonna look at you like you retarded and say go talk to Trump about that.
I don't know, but it's looking like winter is here because not only do you have the government shutdown impacting benefits, you have the people who already saw reductions before the shutdown, and to add to that, you have women out here scamming other women, stealing their food stamps from their food stamp card. You know, like credit card fraud and the credit card scammers. You have these girls out here scamming EBT cards.
Somebody stole $900 off my food stamp card from Philadelphia at 1 in the morning. How can they even do it? I only spent $200 off my card yesterday. I wake up this morning to check my $900 is gone off my card. How? From different stores in Philadelphia. And then my kids don't got. I was just trying to buy yesterday. I bought like 3 meals and a couple things for my kids. And I was saving the rest on my card just to keep going back and forth to the store. So we won't run out of food like we usually do. If I buy everything in one walk. Now it made me feel like I should just bought everything while I was in the store. Because now all of it's gone. Now we ain't got shit. And I know they ain't gonna give them back. I know the food stamp office not gonna give them back. They're just gonna give us a new card. And it's because I gotta wait way till next month. And we just got stuff just that's a whole month. We gotta wait. I'm about to lose my mind. I'm about to lose my mother. I'm about to lose my senses.
Go get a job then.
Y'all want to know why I can't work? I can't work because I have kids. Not that I don't want to work. I want to work. I want a job. I want a routine. But I have kids and no support system. I moved to a completely new state away from all of my family so that I can be in a better situation. And these are the steps and processes that I have to go through. So with that being said, applying for jobs is not easy. I have this big of an availability and a lot of jobs don't like that. So when I'm going through the hiring process and we're going through availability and all of these things, and when my window is only 3 or maybe 4 hours where I can work, or initially I couldn't establish secure childcare. Yeah, I had a voucher, but I had a newborn infant, breastfed infant at that, where it's not easy to just leave my baby with anybody just so that I can meet all of y'all's standards and expectations. No, I'm going to continue to do what's best for me and my children and make sure they're good. If you don't like it, it's fine. God is on my side.
Yeah, so God is on her side, sitting around having all these children with no husband. I can't. The most likely people to rebel against God's word every day stay running around acting like God is on their side while they're straight up ignoring everything he told them to do. Absolutely crazy.
And that's all that matters. So now when things change, when I can find secure childcare that I trust, and my child and me are ready for her to go to daycare, then hey, when my kids, when I can get my kids in the after school YMCA program to open that availability, then hey. But until then, being a mother just doesn't allow me to work right now, and I'm doing what's best for me and mine. So if you don't like it, that's fine. But just remember, we could all be in my shoes. Any day, anytime. Love y'all.
Have as many kids that you can afford to take care of. You. In this economy, have as many kids that you can afford to take care of. They are cutting food stamps. They are cutting Medicaid. They are reducing Section 8. Have enough kids that you can take care of. If you need any type of subsidies or government assistance already and you have children, please reconsider having more children. Please just do some research. Look at what's going on in the media. Look at what's going on in the news. I need you to be aware of everything that is going on before you decide to bring another child into this world. And I'm not bashing anybody that gets any type of government assistance. I'm just saying the programs are being cut. People on this app are saying they are getting $60 in food stamps, eliminating food stamps, and now they can't feed their children. Have enough kids that you can afford to take care of. Don't bring no baby in this world relying on the government's help. The government said you on your own, big dog. So let's keep that in mind when we out here hunting.
If you need subsidies and assistance to take care of kids, or if you need money from everybody else besides the two parents that made that child, then that means you can't afford those kids. This is my problem with people. And most of y'all can't afford children. At this point, you're looking at $500,000 over 18 years to raise a child today. Well, guess what? Most of y'all can't afford one $500,000 kid. So you definitely can't afford 2 and 3 of them. Think about it. You can't even afford a $500,000 home loan spread out over 30 years. And y'all around here popping out kids left and right. This is crazy, especially if you already have kids. No man or no woman should be running around making kids if they can't even support themselves and they can't support what they already have in their current lifestyle. And that's the truth. I don't care if you like it or not. Somebody got to tell you. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Tell me what you think about this mess below. Gotta send a shout out to Larry. Thank you, Larry, for your contribution to the channel, as well as Christopher. I appreciate you, Christopher. You can show your support as well. The link to PayPal is below. Ladies, fellas, want a balance analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to like and share.